subscribe, comment down below, and let me know what suggestions, what kind of topics you'd like me to talk about and share with you. So today in this video, we're going to talk about the art of journaling, the beauty of why it's important to capture the thoughts that's running through inside and out of our beautiful brains and minds, okay? Apparently, according to statistics, and this is what I've gathered from Dr. Joe Dispenza from his, because I follow his teachings online, is that we have an average of 60 to 70,000 thoughts or more day in and day out. So imagine all of those thoughts are just repetition of what happened in the past, because our brain is just a bank, a memory bank, right? That is why when there was a negative experience, or somebody hurt you in the past, or an ex hurt you in the past, and it was attached with a very strong emotional, there was a strong emotional attachment, boy, oh boy, that is when you remember it, because it was attached to a strong and powerful emotion. So what I'm going to share with you in here is that it's very important that we connect with ourselves, because this is where God resides in us. Jesus lives in you and me, whether we like it or not. The divine, so whether you believe in Jesus, or you call it God or the universe, I believe that there is a God that is connected, that's connected through us. It's between you and God, the source of life, because at the end of the day, I cannot say that it's because of me that I'm alive. It's a complex subject, and for me, it's so important that we focus on gratitude. And what is gratitude really? Because as a child who was brought up in a Christian household, I really did not understand. Like, give thanks, yeah, right, whatever. I was memorizing all the Bible verses, but not feeling them in my heart, because at a very early age, I was taught to stay in my head, to think all the time and not feel. Forget feeling, numbing maybe, right? And this is a little bit of it's kind of like a brain dump, if you will, because I have so many journals and I love to capture positive thoughts, positive quotes, anything that is helping me in my pursuit to become a master of my own thought processes, my feelings, my emotions, and my behavior. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Transformation sounds very nice, right? Like, oh, look at the butterfly. It's transformed now from a very not so beautiful caterpillar, right? However, nobody told you how painful the process can be. And we have to put words into all those kind of feelings and emotions, because it's the only way for us to communicate. And whether you believe in something or not, I do believe that I come from I come from a very powerful intelligence I call God and Jesus, because Christ consciousness is really amazing. So in the book Think and Grow Rich, the only way for you and I are going to manifest or get a future that is bright and full of fulfillment, joy, peace, abundance, all the good stuff, the things that God has promised us in the Bible, is that want is the only prerequisite for making a decision. So it's like, what do you want? Do you want to lose weight? Like for me, I want to lose weight, right? So I want to go back to 95 pounds. And now that I am in my 40s, my metabolism is a little like slowed down. It's not an excuse. There's so many things that's connected to everything. And I also have to be very, very kind and compassionate to myself because I'm not 18 anymore, yet I have no excuse not to do the work, right? That is why a lot of us around the world just don't want to focus on inward or personal transformation because it's just very easy to put lipstick on, makeup on, anything that will project this superficial beauty on the outside, but not really, there's nothing happening on the inside. It would be really nice if the inside matches the outside, right? So I'm going to ask you, what do you want out of life? If we are all here in this beautiful university called life, which is also another university for pain, shame, fear, doubt, all that, because we live in a duality kind of world, right? So, what do you want? So, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. What do you want? What brings joy and that beautiful spark of joy inside your heart? And you know what? It took me a long, long time to feel the good emotions because I was programmed. My body, my mind, everything is programmed to suffer. Like it's okay to suffer. It's okay to be depressed or, oh my God, I'm so anxious. Like I have this panic attacks. I am not making fun of it all because I know how painful those moments are and dark and scary those moments are. However, the caveat is while everybody around us, and if you're suffering from depression and or anxiety, I really want you to go get professional help or go deep down and ask yourself, what is going on? Why am I depressed? And in my own personal pursuit to getting answers to my question, the reason why I was depressed is because I was disconnected from my soul's calling, from my soul's purpose. Now, you are going to say, what do you mean by purpose, Hazel? What are you talking about? Right? Purpose is like, you don't have to have a grandiose purpose of, oh, I'm going to save the whole world from poverty in this and that, right? What I am suggesting is what brings joy to your soul, the day to day thing, right? So for me, I remember as clear as day when I was just a little girl, when I did not know about depression and I had depression. I just didn't know. And also, our brain, our brains, beautiful machines, computer machines, is also connected to our gut. Like everything is connected in this entire beautiful temple that God lives in, right? So if I'm not eating well, if I'm not eating healthy, if I'm eating junk food, what do you expect? Junk body, junk thoughts, junk way of thinking, toxic, negative, depressed, all that stuff, right? And so I want this conversation as friendly as we can, a conversation that doesn't elicit hate. I want to have a conversation that's raw, open, and maybe we can learn from each other because we are all here. We're all here in this planet to learn, to transcend, to grow. And first, the hardest thing to for me was to unlearn the past, unlearn the old way of thinking, the old mindset. So going back, this is my journaling was my BFF, if you will. So I love to doodle. I love to draw. Like seriously, that's the idea of my brain. No, that's the aura, because we're all energy, right? So How do you raise your vibe to a frequency that is so positive, full of joy, abundant, regardless of your situation? So I actually really called myself out when I was going through depression and panic attacks and anxiety. And I'm like, is it possible to be joyful regardless of my physical situation if when I was going through health issues? Is it really possible to be grateful, to count my blessings, as my mama told us as a little girl? Like, count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. So if I am coming from a place of, oh my God, this painful trial and tribulation and challenges and betrayal and all the pain and shame and suffering and all that, what if this is a test for me to grow, to become a better version of myself, to have this strong, powerful character in my movie called life? A lot of us around the world are extras in our own movies. Why is that? Why can't you be your own hero? You are the hero. You should not be the extra. Like, why? Why? Right? And again, I wanted to level with you. I have been doing this inner work and doing my very best to unlearn the old mindset, the old program in my head when I was a child, healing the trauma from the abuse of the adults around me, from parents that are not aware, from adults like teachers and strangers who are just spewing hate and negativity. It was really hard as a child who is very sensitive. So, my prayer for you and me is that we will create, I have a dream where we can have a wonderful conversation together. We can be in a safe place, secure, where we are here to heal, to feel everything and then heal and get some wisdom out of the pain, out of the shame, the guilt, the embarrassment, the failure. And I want you to know that you're not a failure. So, what are the things, the internal stuff that you're telling yourself or you believe or perceive that is true for you? I used to believe that I was not beautiful. Oh my God. Ridiculous, right? I thought that I was an ugly duckling and that nobody will like me and I wasn't good enough. No boys will like me. I'm like, what the hell? But again, we were all positive chicks and dudes when we were like little boys and girls. We were, right? When we were like probably 0 to 5, we hear a lot of like, look at my baby, she's so adorable. Oh my God, she's so cute. Oh, that's so adorable. Look at him. Look at her. She's walking. Her first steps and her first words, mama, papa, daddy, mommy, whatever. And then you hit it depends on how old you were or that you could remember, and then you reached at an age where you can slowly but surely understand what the adults around you are talking about. So for example, like, no, don't do that, no, that's not nice, that's a bad thing, oops, that's bad, don't you do that, you're not good, you know. And the more you hear the negative input and less positive, what do you think is going to happen to your amazing brain that is just developing at that time, right? The wonderful thing so far is that our brain is plastic. According to neuroscience, and again, I am not a doctor, I am a frustrated doctor, pediatrician. I really love healthcare because as a young child, let me just bring you back to memory lane. As a young child, I knew what I wanted. I wanted to become a doctor to help the poor, and the sick. Little did I know that it'll be very, very pivotal for my own healing inside out. So, Dr. Joe Dispenza says that in the neuroscience, there's quantum physics, epigenetics, kinesiology, all physiology, psychology, psychiatry, all of these branches of in science. There's so many things that's happening right now in the world that's so fast that we live in a time of fast change and highly extreme times. So in fairness, I was diagnosed with ADHD, and I thought I never in a million years would I sort of think that I'd be diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 34. That's quite late, right? However, I know that there is always a reason and there's always a lesson for every frustration, for every pain, all the shame, everything. And that's when I believe really catapulted me into depression, because I was like, who was I all this time? Like, what happened to me in the past? And I have to dig deeper. And I went into the rabbit hole of life, trying to make sense of what's happening to me. So, therefore, my friends, I'm so distracted right now. So, this is the art of journaling. I'm gonna share this with you. I wrote this down. I wrote this down last night. And it's like, if you look at your self-talk all through the years, you really have to be very careful with the words that you use to communicate with your family, your husband, your friends, your coworkers. And all this time we're talking about mental health, physical health, overall wellness, and then spirituality, psychology, psychiatry, and money, and everything that you want to create or manifest. So words are very powerful. Even in the Bible, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was a God, right? And again, if you believe in God, where He commanded that there will be light, and there was light. There's man and woman and the animals and water and everything. So I just wanted to ask you, what are the words in your vocabulary? Think about this for this year 2020. Whatever it is that you want to manifest or to create or dream, or if you have goals. I don't have goals, I have intention. My intention is to help. So if you feel that you're moved to donate for the to grow this channel, because it's like a ministry for me to serve more souls, to soul sisters and brothers around the world through the power of video, feel free, and thank you in advance for your donations. So who are you becoming? What's your new identity in 2020 and in the next in this new decade that we're entering? It's the best thing to be alive. And what are the words that you are using in order to create this brand new you, brand new future that you wanted to create? So for us single ladies, what are the words that we're using? Like, I am happy. For me, what I've learned now is I'm going to use present tense. I am. Whatever follows I am will be looking for you. So if I say, I am broke, then you will be forever be broke, right? So if I say, I am rich, I am abundant, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am surrounded with positive friends, and you're watching today, I am surrounded with beauty around me. Look at the painting behind me. It's a real picture, and it's just blown, big, and it's really amazing. So it's very, we have to be very careful, because it's transformation. It's an inside job. It's an inside out type of thing. So who do you need to become in order for you to become wealthy, to become healthy, to and what are the things that you need to do? So that means if I wanted to lose weight, I need to go to the gym and exercise, and or if I don't like to go to the gym, maybe I can walk or dance or stop eating junk, right? And stop making excuses that oh yeah, whatever, it's holiday, I'm just gonna eat my life away, or because so for the single ladies, and like for the single ladies, you might say, oh, nobody loves me anyway. I always attract men that are not emotionally available, or I always attract men who are married and nobody loves me. Be very careful of the words that you are using, the vocabulary that you are using, because that is going, it starts here and then you feel it. And then the way when you say negative things about yourself or negative self-talk when you're alone in your house, in your bed, alone in traffic, alone wherever you are, there's always the thoughts, right? And if you're not going to be aware, if you're not conscious enough to shift the crap that you're telling yourself, because quite frankly, I would not tell a friend nasty things, right? Why would you tell yourself nasty things when you're not even willing to tell this to your bad enemy, right? So be careful with the words that you are using. So my positive chick self-talk is, I am wealthy, I am rich, I am surrounded with amazing friends and family. My family supports me, even if they don't understand what I'm doing, really. It doesn't matter because this is my dream, this is my vision, and I know that eventually the dots will connect and they will understand. And so it's up to me to stay accountable to my dreams, my hopes, my desires, my wishes, my intentions. And so, what about for married people? If you're married, you're like, are you happy with your life? Are you happy with your husband? If you're a man, are you happy with your wife? Right? Like, are you happy with your children? Are you proud of being a mom or a dad? Now, we're not talking about perfection here. We're talking about progress. One little step at a time, one singular step at a time. Being compassionate towards ourselves, being empathetic to the people around us, even if we don't understand what they're really going through. So, if somebody is depressed or anxious, maybe you can help them. And if you can't help them because they're always not there for you or they're sad or whatever, maybe you can suggest that they go seek some professional help. And I'm very grateful that through my depression, through my struggle, I never took a pill. I really let it settle in my body. I let it heal me. I so did you know that the word depression, if you switch the letters around, it's actually the positive thing is I pressed on. So you're looking at from depression to I pressed on. Depression, anxiety, whatever unpleasant circumstances and emotional incarceration that we put ourselves in, because we can still be on lockdown in here in our hearts, in our bodies, right? We all have our drugs of choice: alcohol, sex, drugs, pills, what else, behavior that is destructive, and recklessness and all that stuff, right? So I'm challenging you because I'm challenging myself too. This is the very reason why I started this channel, and it took me forever to say yes to teaching, because at that time I thought I will not make money out of teaching. And when I started becoming a life coach and got certified, it took me a while to really believe in my dreams again, right? Because I'm in my 40s now, and again, when there's so many things that had happened in the past, you sort of like you really have moments of self-doubt. Can I do this? Would I be able to do this? Is it possible? But I always go back to when I was a child, that all things are possible. And the word impossible is I am possible. So you really have to shift your frequency to from lower vibration, meaning negativity, woe is me, I'm a victim of circumstance, oh my god, my mom hurt me when I was a little girl, oh that ex-boyfriend really hurt me a lot. I understand, we all have those heart wrenching, devastating things and moments in our lives that will forever change us, right? I certainly had my moments. However, my challenge for you and I is this: regardless of your present situation, whether you are suffering and or in a very difficult place, I want you to understand and I want you to think that this is temporary. That you can find a positive lesson outside, within the negative situation. Or we just don't put negative or positive. How about, oh, this is just life happening right now? How about that? And we just have to be resilient enough. And the one thing that if I could go back in my early days, I would tell the church, even my family, my parents, and even schools, teachers, to tell them that you are not teaching us, children, how to become great adults. Bless the healthy parents, but I don't even know if there are perfect parents, because says who? What? There's no perfection here. We're all trying our best, and I would go back and say, if I'm going to teach my daughter or my son, I would love to have them to learn about how to cope from depression, anxiety, or how to cope with life and how to manage your money, how to be okay if how to move forward after a devastating breakup or divorce, or how to divorce your husband when he's cheating on you, and stop the abuse, the self abuse that you're giving yourself, and how to take care of yourself, how to love yourself, all these things, right? And that's my dream, that's my desire. So please God, thank you so much for the resources and the opportunity, because I really have this intention to start my own school for children and women, like a healing center. So now I'm going further and further, but the idea is words have vibration, frequency, positive or negative. You have to really, really look into shifting the negative self talk to positive, powerful, empowering self talk to yourself. And again, the secrets of the universe, according to Nikola Tesla, once said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, I want you to think of energy, frequency, and vibration. All right, so what else are we talking about? See, I wrote down I am. I am. I am very wealthy. I am very wealthy. You have to repeat the the beauty of reprogramming your mind, your brain, is this: our brain is plastic. So that means, according, again, I'm gonna give a shout out to Dr. Joe Dispenza. I hope I can meet you in person or attend one of your seminars. Is this the oh my gosh, I'm having a blank right now. The neurons. Anyway, the neurons. Okay, let's see. All this is the brain, right? So this is the left brain, meaning if you're a logical person, very realistic, okay, it's like, yeah, you have to be realistic and you have to think the pros and cons and la la la. And we all have this left and right. I am more of here. I am a right brain kind of person, very visual, very colorful, very spatial, very abstract. I like to dream. I like to dream big. I see the vision of the future. I always has been like that since I was a child, and so I like colors. I like to wonder. I like to even wonder. I like to be lost in the sea of amazing stuff. So when you think thoughts that are powerful, empowering, positive, and really making you feel good, love, peace, joy, patience, health, everything, wealth, you can actually make your left and right brain work together and then drop your overthinking down to your heart, because everything is all about love. We're all connected, even if we think that we are not. So I want you to really focus on what you truly want to manifest and to achieve and or want to attract in 2020. I know God is inside you, whether you like it or not, and that's my prayer for you. My prayer for this year is that I'd be able to grow this YouTube channel, reach more souls, and do more in-person workshops, and be continue to work from home and be helping clients either one-on-one and or going outside to teach them how to paint and how to journal and how to speak, that is my dream, to help more people. The more people I help, then hopefully they can also help other people to shift their energy, their vibration, their frequency. Be the person who enters the room that shifts the negative energy to positive energy. Okay? That's how powerful our energy is. Your vibe will always attract your tribe. So don't let anyone dull your sparkle. And so if you want to do a one-on-one connection with me, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be sharing with you how you and I can work together, and let's see if we're a good fit. I just wanted to help more people to see their lives transform and help them stop suffering from the debilitating issues of depression, fear, loneliness, and negativity, like feeling bad about themselves or not feeling good enough. Because I think this is what I learned now, that no matter what color, race, religion, or status, or whatever, there is always that feeling of I'm not good enough. And my friend, I'm telling you, don't believe in that into the lie, don't buy the lie. You are enough. I am enough. We're all beautiful enough. Celebrate this enoughness right now. So take care. I'll see you soon. And thank you again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and or share this video with your family and friends. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.